Welcome to Moonshot Radio with your host, Dr. Nivea Torres.
Greetings and welcome to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, also known as KRC. Our vision is that all children in Indian River County will be ready for kindergarten. We proudly partner with the Moonshot Movement, who is transforming the next generation in Indian River County by having 90% of all students reading on grade level by the third grade. With me today here in the studio is Brooke Flood. Brooke is the School Readiness Coordinator of the School District of Indian River County. Brooke, welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What a great year it's going to be,
Oh
too.
my God, yes. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
And Brooke, we wanted to have you back because we had such robust conversation the first time you were here. And there were some really good questions that were generated as a result of that show about VPK and school readiness.
Wonderful. Thank you. I am glad to be back. It's really exciting to be able to share our vision and mission with the community as well.
Excellent. That's very important, especially in January, because January is a month of goals and a lot of planning, and there are a lot of families that are doing just that.
Absolutely.
Planning for the summer already and planning for the upcoming school year in the fall.
Yes. I call this time of the year my superhuman time because I'm technically living in 3 school years. I'm living in our present school year, the 18-19. We're preparing for next year with our lottery, so the 19-20 school year, and we'll be enrolling for summer, so summer 2019. So we are busy from now until May.
That is a great example to share with everyone. There's a lot of planning going on.
A lot of planning going on, yes.
So let's talk about school readiness and why is VPK attendance so important for school readiness?
Absolutely. So, you know, as we've shared in our past show, 0 to 5, the early years are our learning years. So the more that we can get information to our children in that play-like environment, the better adept they're going to be when they get to school, when they get to kindergarten. So in the VPK setting, whether it's with us in the school district or out in the community with a private provider, it just gets our littles into the routine of school. It's a very different environment than even any of us who taught years ago or even our parents of our littles had when they were in school. The standards are higher. There's a lot more that's expected of them, from transitions to the routines to problem solving to the social emotional side of their daily living and daily life. So having that time in a classroom, be it in the district or in a private setting, is fantastic for that school readiness.
That school readiness is so critical, particularly when you talk about the social emotional component, just being ready to leave mom and dad, siblings, and just to go to school.
Yes.
So that bridge with VPK is critical for that.
It's very, very important. We find that our littles who have that experience, that prior experience, transition a lot easier. Although it is hard. It's harder on the parents than it is for our littles. But just that transition to learning how to deal with other peers, how to ask for a toy if somebody else is using it, and to rely on those social skills and that emotional learning that we're really needing for our families and our littles to be prepared for.
So we encourage VPK attendance, and in the state of Florida, is VPK attendance mandatory?
It is not. The voluntary pre-kindergarten program is just that. It is voluntary. However, we do highly recommend it if a family is able to have that experience for their child, be it in the district or private. It's offered in many different ways throughout the community. The school district, for instance, is a full school day, full school year. In the private setting, it might be just a few hours in the morning over the course of the school year. It just all depends. It would be the parents would want to go to those providers and ask those types of questions.
So although it is not mandatory, it's highly recommended because of the reasons that you just outlined.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That jump start to kindergarten is going to pay off exponentially once they get to kindergarten.
And that's important.
That is so important.
For all of our little ones, as you say.
Yes.
So talk to us about VPK in Indian River County. Who is served by VPK here in the county?
So for the voluntary pre-kindergarten program, our children need to be 4 by September 1st. And it gets a little confusing for our littles who have their September birthdays.
Okay.
But the biggest key is that September 1st cutoff date.
Okay.
As long as you're 4 by then, you are welcome to join us in the school year program. After that, if you're a September 2nd, you will have to wait that extra year so that you will be 4. And it's a little uncomfortable for some of our families because a lot of our littles don't turn 4 until late August. So they're actually starting school as 3-year-olds transitioning to that 4-year-old in the VPK program. So it's a little confusing, but for the families, just remember that 4 by September 1st.
4 by September 1st. And let's say I'm 4 by September 5th or 6th. Is there any other program in the summer or any other thing that I can enroll in so that I don't have to wait a full year?
So you'll still need to wait that full year because the summer program is 5 by September 1st and have participated in the school year in a VPK program. So our littles, I have a 19 and a 16-year-old. So both of my girls were a November and a January birthday. So they had to wait that extra time to be able to be age eligible for the pre-K. It does pay off. While it's a little frustrating for families because they want to get them in there and get going, but there's lots of different opportunities for our families in the community, library programs, mommy and me programs, the park. They're with their child, being able to play and interact with other children, or the private settings have that preschool program for the children up until the VPK program.
So there are a lot of other things that you can take advantage of while you're waiting to get your child enrolled in VPK.
Yes, but parents are chomping at the bit. We start, the phone calls begin almost day one. Many families with lots of questions, and we're there to help. We will answer them, whether you come to us in the district or you're looking at private. We are there to help you, and we will answer your questions to the best we can.
Of course, always. Now, Brooke, talk to us about the VPK locations in the district. Where are these locations?
Sure. So here in the school district, our VPK programs are located on 6 school campuses. So we are at Dodgertown Elementary, Fellsmere Elementary, Glendale Elementary, Indian River Academy, Pelican Island, and Vero Beach Elementary. So those are our 6 school sites, and they are typically based on school zone. So if your family, say for instance, is zoned for Fellsmere Elementary, you will typically want to attend that program. However, Pelican Island is our North County specific school site. So if you're zoned for Treasure Coast, Sebastian Elementary, or Pelican Island, your zoned VPK site would be Pelican Island. Beachland, Citrus, and Vero Beach Elementary all attend at Vero Beach Elementary as well. However, because the state has gone to a choice system for K to 12, we also have that opportunity available for our families because that school site may or may not be conducive to their work schedule because we are a hand-to-hand program. So a parent has to drop off and pick up in the for the voluntary pre-K. We do not have bus transportation or before and after care. So that's huge when you're looking at a district program, which is different from the private providers who offer that extended day type of setting.
And if you have questions about the zoning, is there a map that I can look at or an office I need to call just to verify my address? Absolutely.
You can give our office a call, of course, but you can also go onto the school district's website, www.indianriverschools.org. Scroll all the way down on the home page, and you'll see an icon with a little bus. And when you click on that, it'll open up a place where you can type in your address, and you'll be able to find out where your zone school is.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, well, that is very helpful because I'm sure that people want to know what school is my child going to be attending. Let's talk a little bit about registering for VPK because I know that there are a lot of questions about this. Now, you made it very clear that you need to be 4 by September 1st.
Yes.
That's
huge.
Basic. That's huge. We need to remember that.
That is if anything else, remember that. Yes.
Remember that. That's important. But you also talked about VPK in the district versus private providers. And in a minute, we're going to walk folks through registering for the district. So what is the difference between private and the district?
So with our district programming, we offer through other funding sources a full school day, full school year program for our families. However, with that comes no before and after care and no transportation. So we are hand to hand. The private providers have the opportunity to provide that VPK setting. It's 540 hours over a school year or 300 hours in the summertime. And with that, they have what we call wraparound.
Okay.
So those providers can, once the VPK day is over, offer that extended time for the working families, maybe till 6 o'clock, which may have a fee associated with that. Whereas with the district, most of our classrooms run about 8:30 to 2:45, 3 o'clock.
And if people want to register for the private provider, that's not where you're going to walk us through.
Well, what we will walk you through is the most important step that every family, every parent that's going to have a child attending the voluntary pre-kindergarten, whether with the district or in a private setting, they're going to need what's called a certificate of eligibility.
Okay.
So that is done through the state, our Office of Early Learning. They are our controlling office, and they verify that your child is 4 years old and has not ever attended a VPK program. And we'll walk the families through that portal to get to that side, because that, no matter where you go, whether with us in the district as part of our lottery or in a private setting, you must have that certificate of eligibility.
Perfect.
Yep.
So we're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back. At the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, our vision is for every parent, regardless of income or zip code, to have the knowledge and tools they need to raise healthy children that are prepared for kindergarten. Our mission is to support our partners in developing a high-quality early childhood system that is family-centered. Our outreach and parent engagement specialists connect with families and build trusted relationships. KRC has chosen Fellsmere and Gifford as our two focus areas in Indian River County. Our Fellsmere office is located downtown in the city annex, and our New Gifford office is located within Victory Park Apartments. Our administrative offices are now located adjacent to Healthy Start and Treasure Coast Community Health in Vero Beach. The Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, developing a high-quality early childhood system for all children in Indian River County.
Hi, this is Jennifer Toby from Treasure Coast Compassionate Care, serving all of the Treasure and Gulf Coast. We provide a wide array of services, including driving our clients to their physician, shopping, cleaning, making beds, reminding clients to take their medication, providing hygiene assistance, personal laundry and bed linens, preparing and serving meals, providing respite care for caregivers, helping with correspondence, providing socialization, friendship, and support, going on walks, and encouraging and participating in stimulating activities. So call us today for an in-home assessment at 772-226-7072. 772-226-7072, or visit us at treasurecoastcompassionatecare.com.
proud to be the only Better Business Bureau Torch Award-winning moving company. We provide peace of mind every time when it comes to moving your prized possessions across the street or across the country. With nearly 20 years in the business, we have confidence in our pricing, offering bound rates for packing, moving, and storage to flat hourly rates for help with just the heavy lifting. Count on White Glove Moving to make your move easy and affordable with certification in senior, piano, office, and residential moving as a pro mover. Visit us online at whitegloveusa.com.
866 Glove 10.
We're back to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, the Executive Director of KRC. And with me today here in the studio, we have a very special guest, Brooke Flood. She's the School Readiness Coordinator for the School District of Indian River County. Brooke, welcome back.
Thank you again. I'm having such a good time. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We're learning so much from you. And right before the break, we started talking about enrolling your little one for VPK. So we're going to walk people now through this process. And I just want to clarify, because I asked the question, that this is information that everyone can use, whether you're
Absolutely.
going to register your little one in VPK with the district or VPK private provider. You need this information.
Absolutely. This is your ticket to ride, we kind of say.
Excellent.
Yep. So this is the most important. This is called our Child Eligibility Certificate.
Okay.
Or a COE, we call it here when we're sharing with the family. But as you can see up on the screen, we have the Early Learning Coalition website. It's E as in Edward, L as in Lion, C as in Cat, I as in Igloo, R as in Robert, M as in Michael, O as in Octopus.org. It will bring the families here to this page. And if you notice on the right-hand side, under the big block in the teal blue lettering, it says Family Portal for School Readiness and VPK. That's X marks the spot. That's your treasure. You'll want to click here to apply. And it's going to take you to another site.
Okay. There
There it is.
Yes.
You're going to scroll down all the way almost to the bottom. And on the right-hand side, you're going to see VPK. And then a family is going to click on Apply for Voluntary Pre-Kindergarten.
Okay.
And once you're there, this is where the family needs to have an email address. You are going to register with the OEL portal with an active email address. If you don't have one, we suggest that you create one. Make sure it's operational. You'll go in, you'll create a username, a password. Then the most important step, make sure you get that email from the coalition that says you have applied for this portal account. Please accept that this is truly you. Once you've done that, it'll give you a username and it'll give you that password. You'll go back in, you'll log in. Then it's going to ask for general information, your name, your child's name. You'll go through two things that the portal is going to need is your child's birth certificate and proof of residency.
Okay.
Those need to be in the form of a bill of service in your home. The coalition has a few extras that they will accept different than what the district or even maybe a private provider would accept as proof of residency. One of the biggest questions our families say and the troubles that they have is they don't have a scanner at home. They don't know how to upload those documents. So one of the suggestions we give them is take a picture with your smartphone. Take a picture, email it to yourself, save it to your computer. When you get to that place where you need to upload those documents, click on that file as a JPEG or a PNG. It'll go right up into the portal and the coalition will be able to see it. Once you go through all the screens, it'll ask for your address, parents, Social Security, which is typically optional, birthday, most everything that you'll have on hand. Click Submit. 24 to 36 hours later, you'll receive an email that says your child has been approved and ta-da! You have the certificate that says your little one, wherever you would like them to go, is eligible for the voluntary pre-kindergarten program for the 1920 school year. The portal just opened a few days ago. So if anybody's interested for the August sessions, they are welcome to go at it. And when they're in there for school year, make sure that you click on school year 540 hours.
Okay. Which is the full...
Which is for the 1920 school year.
Okay.
If a family is looking for summer, Make sure it's the 18-19 school year for the summer program, 300 hours. Those families have to be 5 by September 1st.
Got it.
Yes.
Brooke, it's a lot of important information,
It is.
and you did a fabulous job of explaining it. But the first step is really to go to that ELC website and get the certificate of eligibility. Without that, you cannot enroll your child in VPK. And you need to make sure that you have your child's birth certificate and proof of residence.
You got it.
Okay.
Those are those 2 big keys.
All right.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I hope that information, I know that it was very helpful to families. Once I have that, if I want to register with the district, what do I do?
All right. So we are really excited. Beginning next Monday, January 14th,
Okay.
We will begin our application process for our lottery because we have so many families that are interested in our classrooms and we only have a few seats that are available. We do a computer-generated lottery. So all of our families will come to our office. There's a brief application. They will need to bring that certificate of eligibility, birth certificate, proof of residency, Social Security if they have it, and they will bring those items to our office, and they will be able to fill out that application, hand it to us, and we'll run our lotteries usually later May, beginning of June, and the families will know by mid-June as to whether or not they were accepted into our program. We do not sign the certificate. We just take a copy. So families are able to go out into the community, maybe reserve a spot elsewhere if there's concern that they may or may not make it in. Because as I said, we only have a few slots, but we want to make it as available to everybody as we can. So I know that was a lot of information. So what we've done on our district page, specifically for school district VPK, is on our indianriverschools.org/VPK page.
We're going to bring that up, the VPK page.
Yay,
for
the
you.
VPK page.
Okay.
There's a sidebar that says how to apply. And when we click on that how to apply tab on the right-hand side, it will give us step 1, get that certificate of eligibility. And for those families, there's an active link that'll take them right to the portal. Which we can show them later. And then step 2 shares all the documentation that you need to bring and the phone number that you will need to call. We are accepting between January 14th through April 12th for the district lottery between 9 and 5. But we do encourage our families to call just to make sure someone is going to be in the office. It's a busy time of year for us. And we want to make sure there's somebody there who can help them as they need to. For our Fellsmere and Indian River Academy families, because they are so far away from our office, I typically do a day out in the community where I will go to those schools to accept those applications.
And that's easier. So it's an on-site process.
On-site for Fellsmere and Indian River Academy.
Wonderful. So in the time that we have left, there's some information that we want to summarize for folks. First, I want to say if you're listening or you're viewing this, watch it again.
Yes.
Review the information that Brooke just shared. It's important information. We all need this information if we're registering for VPK.
Yes.
You can access more information through the district website.
Yes.
And get information about VPK, and we just brought that up for folks. We also have an event on Saturday, February 23rd, which is the pre-K party and kindergarten roundup. And if I'm interested in registering my little one for VPK or kindergarten, will I have information there, Brooke?
Yes, yes. The coalition will actually be on site, and they will be approving certificates that day. So if you needed to come over to see our booth as a district or any of the providers that will be on site that day, they will also be accepting.
Perfect.
Yes. And if you have any questions at all, you can give myself or Ellen a call, 772-564-4169 or Ellen 772-564-4166.
Brooke, thank you so much for all this fabulous information.
My pleasure.
We're going to make sure that we get those little ones registered for VPK. Yay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And until next time, this has been Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn.